Hey,
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
well, how are you?
Good.
Good.
Do you want to talk about what we're going to talk about?
Yeah. So in this video, a couple weeks ago, I mentioned this to Diane. I was going through some listings and I went through a bunch of numbers and I told her that there was a lot of vacant properties. I said bigger number than I thought there was. So we found a way to on the Toronto Real Estate Board to break that number down, and I was quite surprised. So we're going to go through a video talk about why we think they're vacant, and there's a few reasons why we think they're vacant, but the number's alarming. When we're seeing the total inventory for freehold, when we see 479 listings and
Hold on, let me share my little graph.
that's even better because then I'm going to read from there. When we see 400 and excuse me, 79 active listings in the community, and we see 137 of them vacant at 28% of the inventory, that's an alarming amount. That when I was going through the board a couple weeks ago, I wasn't counting them, but I was going, holy cow, I can't believe the amount of vacant properties. So we know some of them are coming from investors. We know a lot of them are coming from investment properties that people
Yes.
own them for some times and have decided now is the time to get out. And we do a lot of chatting about the landlord tenant board and how that's impacted that type of business, which it's done greatly. I didn't think it, I knew it impacted it, but now I'm thinking it's impacting it more than I ever thought before, Diane, because
Well, the other thing that we realized too, so some is vacant land.
yeah, it's not much of
Some of it are investors that held it and
Mhm.
at one point rented it out.
Mhm.
Some of them are new builds.
Yes.
Now this one is, Kempview Lane, you know where Minette's Park is?
Yes.
It's right in there.
Okay.
But this one, I think somebody started doing and now,
Yeah, for sure. Someone was starting the project. Looks like they stopped.
yeah. So this one is, obviously vacant because nobody could even live in it.
Yep.
Um, but as you go up, some of them are power of attorney.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those.
This is actually a building lot where somebody transposed a house there to make it show you what you could do with it.
Yep.
This was I think a rental before. There is some, like I said, estate sales, power of attorneys, but to me, a lot of it is this one is only 575. It's in the middle of a conversion mark to a legal duplex.
Right.
But this is what I don't understand. Like someone must be running out of money because look, again,
Yeah. Started the project, not completing it.
it's what it looks like, right?
Does.
And they're selling it partway through.
Good luck on that price point for that.
Yeah. So it looks like some of them are, oh poop. Some of them are like people that have started and can't finish.
Few. Yeah.
I've been seeing that too, eh?
Yeah, we have. We have. I
But
think the big,
something like a Brucker, we know that was probably a rental.
yeah, yeah,
And some of like there's a lot. Now, for people moving forward, like see, this is a newer build, right?
correct.
Which you so when you see so many newer builds, Mark, what does that tell you?
Well, they're investors, they're speculators, right?
That
People,
can't afford or can't pay the mortgage now, so they're selling them right away.
possibly, possibly. Yeah.
Usually investors don't sell right away because then they screw up their HST credit.
Well, but remember, some of those ones that say over in Fairline, they've been what? They're probably 2 years old in that area, right? They bought it when they buy them, 2020.
Well, this one here that I had up, Pumpkin Corner, I don't think this has ever been lived in.
No, no, that's newer than the Fairline area. No,
Yeah, brand new, it says right on it.
right? So, yeah, speculators. Hey, they could have bought the peak. You know, we've seen many people do that. I got a call there 2 weeks ago from my channel, excuse me, a lady she bought a new condo that's being built and it closes in 2 months, and now she can't afford to get the financing. Rate's gone up so much. She's in panic mode to get out of the contract. So they're selling it as an assignment sale, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna lose money. You lose her.
This one said one owner, so it's probably, you know, somebody moving, downsizing, going into a home, something like that, right?
Could be.
So do you think, and I think this is an interesting thing to talk about for people, do you think if something's vacant, you can get a better deal?
Well, yes and no. In the beginning, no. But when someone's looking at the days on market and they see 100 or 90, hey, it's costing someone some money. You're insuring it. You got someone, go and check on the property. If there's a mortgage, you're paying that. You're paying insurance. You're paying utilities. It gets to be expensive. There's a reason if it's sitting on the market for 90 days. Either does it show, it comes down to price. Doesn't show.
Well,
Doesn't.
this one's 86 days.
Right. Right. Like that's a bit of time.
Yeah, but normally, Mark, when I've gone in with buyers, especially if it's a new homeowner or it's somebody that doesn't, is ready to buy, you go in and you give a 3 or 4 week closing, and to stop the bleeding of all these payments, and sometimes you can get a better deal
I agree. And I
because
think
somebody's got to carry this house.
well, someone's got to carry it. And I really think it has to do with too, is like I said, the days on market. Someone goes, we've seen this many times when we pull up listings and we see, oh, wow, they got that for it, but it's been listed for say 100 days. We see, because if you're bringing a buyer in there, you're going to try to negotiate the best deal for your buyer. And you're going to push hard on that selling agent to go, hey, you've been listed 120 days. Do you want this deal or not? Because I don't see you have anything else on the go.
Well, you want to know something that's funny? Out of the 137, 50 of them are under 800.
Yep.
If you look, most of them are
Towns.
or in the mid sevens, like
Yep.
they're lower priced houses.
Lower priced houses.
So let's look to see. I want to see how many, like if you look here, okay, the first 25 are under 7.
Mhm.
Then we go, the next 25 are under 8. So we're at 50. Then we have 58, 10. We have 17 or 18, 16 or 17 in the 800s. Okay, this one's sold conditional.
You know what I think it is? And I just think, again, the majority of these are investment properties for people. They're rental properties, and people are sick of the shit. That's what they're sick of. They're done.
Well, that's it looks like something's going on.
They're done.
Right?
As I mentioned before, as we know that we saw, the number of properties, people getting out of the rental business in GTA markets was they were losing between, I think it was 75 and 100 properties per month. That's a lot. And now we're uncovering this in Barrie of vacant properties. It's telling me that people are getting out.
Well, it's just it's
Gosh.
crazy how many there is.
Well, that's exactly how many there is. That's the number is staggering. The number is larger than I thought it was going to be. Right. And yeah, we see a lot of, like I say, we see a lot of those newer builds over there, speculators that are, selling them.
Yeah, but in these higher price range, Shanty Bay Road, Grove, Harvey Road. There's now we got a new build. Now these are those ones over in the south end off Maple View, and they paid huge money, so they're in they're in trouble over there.
And look at the price points.
They're huge money because they paid the builder huge, and now they can't afford it.
Yeah, there's some of that.
Look at this one on Succession.
Yeah.
This is a nice area and a big house. So they virtually staged it.
Mhm.
Like people that have vacant houses and they've already moved on. They've either bought already and moved and their bridge, but you can't get a bridge loan unless you have a sale on your house, right?
Mhm.
So like normally people want out of this situation as fast as they can. Look at this one.
It's too-
Well, it's a beautiful house on Greenwich.
I love the street, love the homes.
Like they're beautiful. Their backyard sucks. Oh, this one's really boxy, Mark.
No, really boxy. Some that really open concept in that area. I still think it's people are done being landlords today. That's what I'm thinking. And again, some, some investor ones that have speculated, but like who leaves $1 million home vacant? Where do you go?
Well, this is what I'm saying. Look at how many are at the higher range, right?
Look at days on market 96.
36. This one's 10, 9. It's probably got a history though.
Yeah.
Cumming Drive.
Yeah. Great street.
Like these are some high-end areas in Barrie. And like they're just, and look at possessor remarks, immediate.
Oh, 100%.
So like for people and buyers out there, like I've been in situations where, here, I'll stop share. I've been in situations where my client sold and they wanted a 30-day closing on the sale. And
Right.
then we have no time to try to
Right.
find a house. We're having a hard time.
Yep.
So I told them, okay, like we're going to just look for houses that are vacant.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Because we don't have time to find somebody to go and get 60 or 90 days with someone that doesn't have a place to go, doesn't have a home in mind. They're not giving us 30 days.
No, not that fast. Some, but not many at
No.
time.
So if you don't have time and you're under the frigging gun to find a house, go after these vacant houses.
Yeah, there's lots. You get 28% of the inventory that's vacant today. You have some choice today. And you probably have some more negotiating patient power too as well.
That's what I'm thinking.
Especially at the higher range, even the low ranges, we've seen a lot of them from 7 to 8, 8 to
That's
9.
what I'm saying. You would assume that, in the range that's selling really fast,
Yeah.
there wouldn't be a lot.
Yeah. And
But there is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I mean, I wish we had more time to go through every one and see if it was a rental. Before doing the video, we spot checked a few. We saw, oh, it was a rental, it was a rental, it was a rental. I don't know. I'm really sticking to that story where I just think being a landlord today is just not what it's all meant to be, where it was 10 years, even 5 years ago, where it was easy to be a landlord in a sense. The backlog of the LTB is causing this. So
Well, and is the capital gains increase going to cause some stuff now?
maybe, yeah. Yeah. People sitting on a portfolio for 10 to 15 years saying, hey, you know what? I'm done now. I'm 60 in my mid 60s. And I have many investors I bought with that are in the mid 60 range, bought a few properties back 12 years ago for, 200, 225K. They're all close to 7. Nice gain. Are they going to want to pay more taxes? No, they're not.
Well, you know what Rob was telling me too? Remember how I was saying like there's a lot of investors kind of freaking out about this capital gains thing? Well, the problem is you can only put 4 mortgages in your name, right?
Is that what it is today?
That's what he told me today, yeah.
Hmm.
So he said the problem was everybody now is opened up corporations and putting their houses in the corporation names because
Right.
you can't get a mortgage in your own name.
Right.
And the
Right.
corporation's being charged at the higher percentage from $1.
Right. Right.
And they've all done this.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have done that. I know many too.
Well, they had to.
If they want to keep accumulating assets. Yeah.
Well, and I know even one of our old bosses at one of the old brokerages, every building or everything he owns is its own corporation. So if he bought a building at 123 Main Street, if you look at Geo Warehouse, the owner is 123 Main Inc.
Yeah, yeah.
And then for the another building, it was another one
Sure. Yeah.
because it divides the tax implications, right?
I think it defers it more than anything, right? Because again, if they're drawing off the corp later on down the road, you're going to pay taxes. And I do believe when someone retires and you're taking smaller draws, it works to your advantage. But if someone needs a bigger draw at certain times, I don't see the benefit.
Well, but these buildings are operating as their own business on its own.
That's right. Yeah.
And they're paying you a salary which you're writing off. So you're never taking the profits out, right?
So there's some of these guys and gals are taking salaries off it, but how much are they? So they must be doing well if they're taking salaries off some of these properties.
Yeah. Well, if you own a giant building, or if you own a building on Bayfield Street, and you're renting out all those units to stores and restaurants and whatever.
Sure. For sure. Yeah, there's some money there for sure.
There's money there.
That's right. That kind of
And when you pay, I used to be in tax. Remember I told you income tax. When you're paying yourself, it's a write-off, but you still have to claim it as your own income, right?
100%. 100%.
Right. But you're still decreasing the tax amount on the business.
Yeah, you are, but then you're paying for it higher. Again, I think if the draw is small, it works to your advantage then. But if the draw is pretty decent, then you're paying, if someone's taking 150K out of a building or something like that, that's a nice salary. You're getting taxed pretty nice. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
It's a difficult. The reason people did it and investors do these things, and I've had my own investors, Mark, that only had 2 or 3 properties. Somebody told them to open a corporation and put it through there.
Yeah.
All of these RAIN people and the investment people, they all said to do that.
They did. Yeah, I know.
And now it's just with this new change totally worked against them.
Well, we may see more, right? Like we're going to see more. I think we're going to see more people getting out of that business again from the new capital gains stuff that takes place on June 25th, the change there, the LTB backlogs of stuff, people that have had bad experiences.
And do you think looking at all these vacant properties, I think this is a good way to wrap it up. Looking at all these vacant properties and everything that we just saw, do you think landlords have now got the message, forget about trying to sell it with tenants in it?
Well, that's a big one. 100%. 100%.
You can see it now, right? Like people aren't even trying anymore.
No, because it just sits. We've gone through so many videos on that. So yes, they're saying pay them off, give them some money to go. Let's paint it up, fix it up, clean it up, whatever, put it on the market, right?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like. That's a smart way to do it because it's going to turn faster.
It is. I agree.
So remember, if you like this video, give it a like, give it a share, and smash that follow button for more information on Barrie Real Estate. And
Perfect.
Comments too. We like comments.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. See ya.
Okay, bye.